Welcome to this edition of Go Vote Omaha, presented by the League of Women Voters of Greater Omaha. I'm Cynde Glismann, your moderator for today's forum. The League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan organization and does not endorse political candidates or parties. Our purpose is to empower voters and defend democracy. As a result of today's forum, we hope you will be ready to make an informed decision during election time. This is a nonpartisan event, and views expressed are not necessarily aligned with those of the League, but are expressed at the discretion of our guests. At today's forum, we will hear from 5 candidates for the Omaha City Council. To find out more about these candidates or upcoming Omaha elections, pick up the League's Nonpartisan Voters Guide at your local library or election commission, or visit vote411.org, your one-stop hub for election information. The format for today is as follows. Each candidate will give a 45-second opening statement, followed by questions prepared by the League of Women Voters. They will have 30 seconds to answer every question. Following the question portion of the forum, candidates will have a 45-second closing statement. Before the forum, the candidates drew numbers to determine the initial speaking order, and we will alternate speaking order throughout. I will introduce them now in that order. First, we have Cheryl Weston, running for City Council District 2. Next is LaVonya Goodwin, running for District 2. Next to her is Jonathan Renteria, running for City Council District 4. Next we have Ron Hugg, District 4, and Andrew Adams, District 4. Beginning with Cheryl, let's hear an opening statement from each of you, and you have 45 seconds. Cheryl Weston.
I'd like to say first, thank you for this invite. I'm looking forward to this. I am Cheryl Weston, a long-time North Omaha advocate for North Omaha as well as the City of Omaha. I'm running for District 2 because I feel like it is important. We need a change. These next 4 years are going to be critical, and we need someone who's going to represent not only North Omaha, all of North Omaha, which is a very diverse culture and group of individuals. So I feel like we need a change, someone who will be committed to it, and that's why I'm running for District 2 Omaha Council.
Thank you. LaVonya Goodwin.
Hello, my name is LaVonya Goodwin, and I'm an Omaha native, Omaha Central grad, and a Creighton University graduate. Before I started working in the nonprofit industry, I worked in online marketing and healthcare. I started the first business improvement district for North Omaha, where I raised $15 million for infrastructure. I'm running on for City Council for safe neighborhoods, championing safety, beautifying neighborhoods, and supporting small businesses. Thank you.
Thank you. Jonathan Renteria.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Renteria. I'm a community organizer and line cook in my full-time job. I call myself a professional pot stirrer. So what I do is I get together communities of people and around common goals to make things better. There's not always opportunity to have people that are on our side in positions of power. So I am sticking my neck out, running for this position, South Omaha City Council District 4, specifically to get people together to rally around different causes and actually have an impact for the long term. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Ron Hugg.
My name's Ron Hugg. Currently, I am the City Councilman for District 4. I was one of 25 applicants that applied to fill the vacancy that was created by the City Council removing the former City Councilman. Prior to that, I served on the Metropolitan Community College Board of Governors, which is an elected board for over 20 years. Everything you see at the South Omaha campus was items I worked on. The joint partnership with the City of Omaha for the new library at South Omaha campus, the expansion. And my experience at Metro made me uniquely qualified to be able to step into that role as city councilman. Thank you.
Thank you. Andrew Adams.
My name is Andrew Adams. I'm running for Omaha City Council District 4. And I'm running because now more than ever, District 4 needs leadership built on trust, transparency, and accountability. Every day I talk to voters, and I hear basically the same thing. They feel their voices are not being heard. And they're ready for a new generation of leadership. Leadership that shares their values of family and community. They want to partner at the Civic Center, somebody who will be honest and hold integrity in the highest regard, because they have to. District 4 has had to learn the hard way that their interests will not be protected by anyone who cannot or will not bring these values to the table.
Thank you. Let's go to our first question. We'll start with LaVonya Goodwin. We still have 30 seconds. We'll work our way down the table. Question is, what are your thoughts on the transportation options offered in Omaha, and what is your transportation vision for the future?
Well, I think right now our transportation in Omaha needs to be better connected. You know, that's why I've raised $13 million for streetscape repair on North 24th Street to bring bus shelter amenities to that corridor. But overall, we need a better connected transportation system. I advocated for bus shelters on North 24th Street when we didn't have any. Now we have one, but the plan that I've enacted and where I've raised funding for, we are going to see that streetscape transform, which will help with multimodal transportation. Thank you.
Thank you. Jonathan Renteria.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Sure. What are your thoughts on transportation options offered in Omaha, and what is your transportation vision for the future?
Sure. As someone that has been without a car for multiple months, maybe years at a time, it is difficult to get around Omaha. As a child, if I missed school, if I wanted to get to school, it would either be a taxi that was unaffordable, or I'd have to ride the city bus and potentially be on the bus for hours, to have to walk from Miracle Hills to Burke High School. So yes, there's money that we can spend at the city level, but we should also be talking to community members as far as what they want that to look like, and not have it be from the top down.
Thank you. Ron Hug.
Recently, in the previous election, we elected a new board, a board of elected officials who will serve as the board of Metro Area Transit. This is a significant change in the way the bus system will be operated. I'm very encouraged, and that with that change, that we're going to see some significant changes in the way the bus system in Omaha is operated and maintained.
Thank you. Andrew Adams.
Yeah, so we as a city need to find ways to be more innovative about how we move people during their day-to-day lives. Being a good partner with the Regional Metropolitan Transit Authority is going to lead to more opportunities for workforce development, and we have a workforce crisis now, and folks are having issues getting around the city and to their jobs, to their schools, to healthcare, and so on.
Thank you. Cheryl Weston.
We need to have a change in our transportation system, and I think that would come from with this new board that has been elected. And steps have already been made. I attend the Metro Transit Authority Community Advisory Group meetings monthly, and there are some changes that are coming down the line. And there's also the possibility of bringing in, there are currently 12 electric buses that have been given to the city of Omaha to use. So I think there is change coming, and that goes back to why the reason I'm running is change.
Thank you. Question 2. Omaha has a shortage of affordable housing. If elected to the City Council, how would you address this shortage? We'll start with Jonathan Renteria.
So right now, the way that development is being done in the city is there are plans behind the scenes by developers, and they bring them to the city with the hopes of getting some amount of tax subsidies or offsets to make it a more profitable project. So what I want to see is more of that happening in the public eye. There's not necessarily the need to have everything be public, but there are some projects that are too big to have that be the case. The streetcar is one example of that.
Ron Hug?
If reelected, I will continue what I've already started working on. The conversations that I've started was to find a mechanism to offer TIF, tax increment financing, for new homes built east of 72nd Street. The other dialogue I've started was a permit fee rebate. So if you bought a new house that was built east of 72nd Street, that you could apply to the city for a rebate on those permit fees. Not the builder, but the owner.
Andrew Adams.
Yeah, so there's no shortage of affordable housing. There is no affordable housing in Omaha right now. So the City Council needs to be creative about finding ways to incentivize affordable housing development. Some cities of similar size, like Detroit, are having a lot of success with things called opportunity zones, where private investment is brought in to marginalized communities that would otherwise go without. I also believe in density bonuses and infilling. Thank you.
Cheryl Weston.
I can agree with Mr. Adams is we don't have affordable housing. And one of the things that I have testified at the Omaha City Council meetings many times is that we need to change the way the TIF funding operates. We can do that. When I say we, the City Council, we can do that. There are requirements that we could put in. Particularly, they should have to be in a blighted area and would have to be east of 72nd Street. And there would be incentives for people within the community to be able to get that.
Thank you. LaVonya Goodwin.
So the city of Omaha in and of itself is not a housing developer, but they do fund housing. Do you think something we can attack with an ordinance would be the dilapidated houses that sit vacant for years? How can we incentivize the reconstruction of those houses and even not only beautify the neighborhoods, but also create affordable, middle income, and market rate housing? The city's not only in a crisis of affordable housing, but it's in a crisis for all types of housing, and that's how you create strong neighborhoods.
Thank you. Okay. Question 3. The Omaha City Council plays a key role in addressing safety issues within the city. What, if any, concerns are important in your district, and what methods would you use to address them? Ron Hug, we'll start with you first.
There's a significant amount of safety issues in my district. I feel a lot of times that my district is overlooked when the budget is put together. That there's a sidewalk on the north side of the L Street Bridge that's unusable, and since I've been in office, I've been working diligently to try to get the city to come up with a plan to get that sidewalk open.
Thank you. Andrew Adams?
So when I walk the district and I meet voters, I'm hearing a lot of the same things. People are kind of tired of having their Amazon packages stolen. They don't like having their windows broken out in the middle of the night. And not uncoincidentally, we're about 120 uniformed police officers short of our budgeted amount. This is a crisis that the city needs to be tackling, and it seems like it gets almost no attention at the Civic Center. When I'm elected, that will be priority 1.
Thank you. Cheryl Weston?
I think city or safety is a major in District 2, and it's more than just one thing. We look at the safety, the people in the community consider safety being able to have streets, that we don't have potholes that we can't afford to get our car fixed because we keep running over them. They look at what is the police relationship. I would like to see more community policing done within District 2 so that it's a combination of the police and the community working together.
Thank you. LaVonya Goodwin.
One of the main pillars of my platform is that I am currently a champion of safety for District 2. And so we worked with OPD and the community to develop a disorderly premise ordinance, really to quell the nuisance activity that was happening within neighborhoods. Unfortunately, our current council person did not vote for that. Since 2022, there's been 6 homicides in the North 24th Street BID area, 5 of which happened after hours. So we really need to look at how we can solve that problem to save lives.
Thank you. Jonathan Renteria.
Sure. I think the biggest problem as far as safety in our community, is South Omaha specifically, is the disillusionment of our youth and them not necessarily seeing a better future for themselves, lacking opportunities, and seeing that there are council members and our mayor that want to increase the number of police that are patrolling our neighborhoods and not necessarily investing in the programs that would keep them from having to be police in the first place. So I want to make sure we invest in the youth specifically so that we don't have to create this boogeyman of somebody stealing packages or anything like that.
Thank you. Next question. We'll start with Andrew Adams. Tax increment financing, or TIF, is a major tool for financing new projects in Omaha. This growth has sparked both excitement and concern. What are your thoughts on tax increment financing?
I think tax increment financing is great for stimulating economies all the way down to the zip code level. Problem with TIF is that it's not used widely enough. The City Council needs to cast a wider net. If a quick look at the online interactive map for TIF projects will show that the majority of projects are within a few blocks of Dodge Street. We have plenty of community redevelopment areas in South Omaha, and getting them some tax increment financing to flourish will be important.
Thank you. Cheryl Weston, sorry.
Thank you. TIF is a really big issue with me, and it's one that I regularly go before the City Council. I've been as a proponent and opponent. I do not think that TIF is being given equitably. There should be more areas within the TIF because underneath the legislature, it was supposed to be in blighted areas. And many, as he said, if you look at the map where it has been given, they're not really truly blighted areas. I think TIF there should be a requirement that if you get X percentage, you must give X percentage to affordable housing.
Thank you. LaVonya Goodwin.
So I actually worked with the City of Omaha to develop a specific TIF policy for the North 24th Street Business Improvement District area. The city's not a developer, but what we do need to do is have leadership in District 2 that attracts new development and helps to open the door for how TIF is utilized. So we're using TIF as a tool matched with the streetscape master plan to better serve the North 24th Street area, and I think that can be expanded with the right leadership and someone who understands how to navigate City Hall and those policies.
Thank you. Jonathan Renteria.
If people want to look into the problem with TIF, they should look up the housing situation at City View Apartments and contrast that with the mayor's recent announcement of Blackstone getting a new $50 million apartment complex. So those two things are happening within a few miles of each other. So we need to address that situation specifically and swiftly. Thanks.
Thank you. Ron Hug.
Are we still talking about TIF?
Yes.
Thank you. I just want to clarify that. Okay. My previous comment that I mentioned, one of the things I'm currently working on is having a dialogue with the city to try to come up with a plan to offer tax increment financing for single-family homes built east of 72nd Street. And that not going to the developer, but that would go to benefit the homeowner, the person who would buy that home and live there. We need TIF. Without TIF, we're not going to resolve or put any significant dent in affordable housing.
Thank you. It's time for closing statements. We will start back at Cheryl Weston, and you will have 45 seconds, and we'll work our way down the table.
I'm running for City Council because we do need new leadership. We need new change. We need someone who is committed to all of District 2 and not just one specific area or strip. We have a very diverse culture and population. I want to represent them all, and I believe the way to do that is to become more involved with the community, get more information as to what do people want, what do people feel like they need and have those concerns for. So I want to be that individual, and I'm committed to that. Open door policy, and I want to hear from my constituents. And I realize that I may be coming from District 2, but I'm also there for the whole city of Omaha. Every one of us on the city council, we have to get more into our people in the city.
Thank you. LaVonya Goodwin.
I'm already navigating the ins and outs of City Hall as the executive director of the North 24th Street Business and Improvement District. Many people would look at that as a negative, but what they don't know is that it's a blueprint for how we can expand the work throughout District 2. I'm running on 3 pillars that I'm already doing the work in: championing safety, beautifying neighborhoods, and supporting small businesses. Again, I'm ready day one to essentially step in and expand that work so that District 2 can move forward with the rest of the city of Omaha. Last year, Omaha was named the top place to live by Forbes magazine. There's no reason why District 2 shouldn't be moving ahead, and with the right leadership, it can.
Thank you. Jonathan Renteria.
Sure. I'm running for City Council District 4 in South Omaha specifically because friends of mine have left and I want them to come back. I want them to come back to a better city, an inviting city. There are many ways to get that done, but I want to first be a vessel for change. People think that their politicians are there to address very specific issues. I'm willing to collaborate across the board at the local level, all the way up to the federal level, to make sure that my people in South Omaha are protected and that we can thrive.
Thank you. Ron Hug.
I want to return the City Council to continue the work I've already started on. As I mentioned, I've started the dialogue at TIF, tax increment financing for single-family homes built east of 72nd Street, permit fee rebate for new homes. I've also, as the HR committee chairman for the City Council, I've already started the dialogue about addressing the police shortage, treating the lateral hires, experienced officers when they hire, treating them differently. We're now hired a national agency to help the city of Omaha with police recruiting. Those were all items that came for the HR committee and me as the chairman. My experience as president of several homeowner associations, my experience on the Metro Community College Board, again, made me uniquely qualified for this role.
Thank you. Andrew Adams.
My name is Andrew Adams. I'm running for Omaha City Council District 4. And my campaign is building a lot of momentum, and we're cautiously optimistic about the upcoming primary election. But I need all of you. I need you to go visit adamsforomaha.com and see what we're all about. And if you share my vision for the future of Omaha, I need you to get involved. I need your time, I need your energy, and I need your donation. Because the future, the municipal elections will have a generational impact on the future of this city. So make sure it's what you want. Thank you to the League of Women Voters, and get out there and vote April 1st.
Thank you to all of you candidates for participating in today's forum. If you want to learn more about the candidates and issues, visit vote411.org for your personalized resource tool, or pick up a copy of the League's own nonpartisan voters guide. For the League of Women Voters of Greater Omaha, I'm Cynde Glismann. As always, be informed and be a voter. Go vote, Omaha.